nothing about UFC. Absolutely not. Ultimate Fighting Championships, I guess. I know nothing about it, right? But I want to get into it. This is off the charts awesome, right? So they got this UFC fighter, and he gives he goes to Canada to do a fight, and he gives this press conference, which is the what's not anti-war, it's the most base thing I've ever seen in my life. Guy called, what's the name? Sean Strickland, right? This is crazy. Check this out.
Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been great.
I mean, like, he is this is the opposite of like the woke sports people taking a knee.
You're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now, but man.
I mean, like, this guy's off the freaking charts. I love this guy, right? I got to check out UFC.
And says he's not going to say, like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
hey.
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experience.
Okay, and this is him being warm and fluffy.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone says...
Let me ask you something. Are you...
Again, why can't politicians be like this?
Are you gay?
Have you had the chance...
No, are you...
Again, what? Wouldn't that be great, if they're like asking about LGBTQ rights and, Biden says, look, are you gay? Okay. I would vote for that guy. Man. I mean, like, speaking of politics in movies and politics in the UK, like, can anybody just shout get into the empty heads of the Tories that they're going to lose epically and it's all their fault? Their only hope is getting Nigel Farage to lead them, right? And, like, letting the Reform Party completely take them over, right? That's literally their only hope. They do that, they'll win. If Labour does that, they'll win, right? Whoever looks the most normal, who has the most normal ideas, who says everything's going on is fucked up and doesn't sound like they're completely full of shit, they're going to win. No one's going to do that. Right? No, I mean, Farage will do that, but like nobody else will do that. Lawrence Fox will do that.
Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son, then he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the.
I mean, that's awesome. I didn't realize they beeped out all this swearing on this. It's so much better with this way. You're a weak fucking man too. Okay.
Problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone, and has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
Oh, fuck me. More of this. More, yes. I would rather take the rudeness if it means getting the honesty. Oh, more of this. I gotta check out UFC.
That doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you?
This guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light.
Again, I love it that this guy who could break me in half with one hand says, "Here's the thing about Bud Light. I'm going to listen."
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And
I have to say, obviously, Mr. Strickland's views does not reflect that of this channel's. Even if the sole proprietor of the channel happens to completely agree with him in every way, shape, or form. But obviously, YouTube, if you say this is naughty Warty and he's talking crazy talk, well, obviously he is then, right? You're in charge, YouTube. You're in charge, baby.
And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking.
World isn't buying it, mate. That is true. Again, that's what it looks like it's going down with Trump. It looks like there's just going to be a tidal wave, a tsunami. Right, I think he could even win California at this point. Right, even not on the ballot. I know. I guess their only other option then is to launch a third candidate to make sure nobody gets to 270.
Bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference.
See, that seemed to me to be like a normal thing, right? That you wouldn't be taught about that in school, right? You would not be taught about that in school.
Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there, asking these stupid fucking questions.
Please go into politics, Mr. Strickland. Please go into politics. The world will be a better place.
Sorry, I told the UFC has to be nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines?
Did I cross any lines? Not for UFC, apparently.
A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word.
You constantly said the F word.
Just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking gays. Everything. I like
the fucking gays. That's them. Oh man! Please make a T-shirt out of that.
You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay woman? I like the gays. It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get fucking. I'm probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me. So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But
totally agree with him. 100%.
Don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go past all this shit and brainwash people, you fucking cuck.
I would say quite reasonable sentiment, right? Quite reasonable sentiment. So, again, normally in sports, doesn't really go down that well, right? Everything's very corporate, meaning very woke, very left-wing. And so his boss got asked about him and said, how'd you let your people, flying the UFC flag, speak this way? And what's his name? Dana White. He destroys this guy.
I want to go back. You were talking about, like, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with the UFC microphone and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Like, is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash?
Yeah, man. I love it when you nuke the... premise of a reporter's question, which is the best way to wipe them out.
Like free speech. And control what people say. Going to tell people what to believe. Going to tell people. I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question.
First he destroyed them and said, what's your question? Oh man,
what is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any. We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks or what he says or what his beliefs are or what his opinions are. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What do you got?
Man. Okay. No idea what MMA is or what UFC is, go check it out. Okay, if the people who make it have that much balls, it's worth looking into, don't you think? Still, I'm from the days of Big Daddy, which actually was my name in rabbinical seminary, right? People would call me Big Daddy. They really would call me Big Daddy. Because I was in charge of everything. I was in charge. Okay, my rabbinical seminary days. I was very personal, which yeah might surprise you. So I had it. What was my first job? I can't remember what my first job was. Oh no, my first job was running the kitchen, right? So I would always make sure, the rabbis, the staff, I went over and got them all seconds or better, because you had, good chicken, I would offer them seconds or everything first, and then my friends, and then I would call seconds, and it was like, calm down. Also, I was so I parlayed that into the managing the housing, and that was like ultimate power in my rabbinic ceremony. Yes. And I was described by the rabbi in charge as like, your style of government is like, because I went away for 6 months and somebody else took over for me, and he's like, yeah, look, he had a very different style of government. People was like, that's the law, man. That's the. He's like, people liked you better because, like, Lebetkin, I can work with him. I'll take him for a shawarma, or we'll work things out. And they're right. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.